Hey everybody, this is Dan for GemmyD on Cars. Hope everybody had a nice Labor Day. This is Monday, early September. Now this week we're going to do a couple videos, I think 3 videos talking about some cars that were released last week. 2 of them, well 3 of them are going to be last week. One is as yet to be released this week. So in this video we're going to talk about the 2021 Mercedes-Benz S-Class that just came out. This is an all-new generation, new sheet metal, new from the ground up. And I really think this is one of the best all-around, luxury cars that money can buy. And I read a thing that says if you're in the market for a Mercedes S-Class, you make about $375,000 a year, so you're very wealthy and you can afford a car like this. And there's some really revolutionary things happening on the inside of this car. Now, but we're going to check that out too. But 2 things that I just wanted to mention real quick. Yesterday I just reviewed my buddy Will's Audi S7. That's going to be coming out next week. I did a full review and a drive of that. And also my Kia Telluride video that I posted last week, I have like 22,000 views in the first 5 days, which is by far a record for me. So I'm really pleased how well that video is doing. And I'm going to make a prediction. I think eventually, within 6 or 8 months or something, I think that's going to be my best viewed video of all time. I think my best video is this Subaru Outback, which is like 60-something thousand. I'm thinking this Telluride video is going to be up there and competing for the top video. So anyway, let's talk about the 2021 Mercedes-Benz S-Class. Now, my desktop is my favorite car of all time. This is a 2003 BMW M5. It is automotive perfection, a German sports sedan. They will never make another car like this. It is just perfect in every way. So, alright, let's talk about another German car, the Mercedes S-Class. Here we go. Okay, so this is a picture of the S-Class, and we're going to go through some pictures and videos and stuff of this, but just to talk about the engines first real quick. Okay, the entry-level S-Class motor will be the S500 with a 429 horsepower version that is in the E450 sedan. That has a mild hybrid system. The volume seller will be the S580 with a 500 horsepower 4-liter V8. That 4-liter V8 they use in so many cars. But this says there's going to be right here an S63 and an S73. The S63 will have 600 horsepower, and S73 will have 800 horsepower. The top of the line Mercedes-Benz, non-hybrid. They also mentioned about there's a Mercedes coming out called the EQS, which is going to be like their, I'll say for lack of a better term, their Tesla fighter or the Porsche Taycan fighter, which that thing looks funky as hell. It looks really funky and just weird. But yeah, there's going to be V6 and V8 options for the S-Class. But the most revolutionary thing about this car is the interior. Now, the current generation E-Class and previous generation S-Class have had the MBUX entertainment system, or infotainment system. Sorry, Penny's right behind me. That is awesome. I used that when I drove a Mercedes-Benz A-Class, the small sedan. But their interior layout that had the 2 12-inch screens right in front of you, one for the dash and one for the infotainment, I thought that was a really revolutionary design for interior, but they have completely overhauled it again. And now we're going to watch Shmi's video when he goes to talk about the inside.
And start experimenting with some of.
And I'm just going to mute him, but yeah, the interior is absolutely stunning, and they wanted to mention too, all the LEDs and the ambient lighting is new, but it's just so completely different. Yeah, I love the design of the steering wheel. And just the placement of the vents up top there. And okay, so that is the main screen ahead of you. But this screen right here is what is totally different. And this is the second version of the MBUX infotainment system, which is probably one of the best on the market. But I just think this is it's so different and revolutionary than any other cars in this segment. I just drove a BMW 7 Series, and there was nothing really that special about that car. It's a nice car, smooth, big, luxurious. But this car, the interior design is just awesome. Now the exterior design I think is a little more safe, I guess I'll say. Like they didn't really take too many big chances. It looks like an S-Class has looked like for many, many years. But let me just go up here. Yeah, there's what it looks like. It looks like an S-Class. I mean, nothing too crazy. The design language follows what the other sedans have looked like, with the taillights that are a little bit more pinched and, you know, not as, I guess, not as what am I trying to say, horizontal. They're a little more vertical now. Or no, they're a little more horizontal now, just sort of stretched out a little bit. But I think it's a good looking car. I mean, obviously you spend most of the time on the inside of the car, so that is really where you would be, you know, that is where you are most of the time. But they also have that augmented reality navigation system where if you're going to make a left-hand turn in 500 feet, it'll show you, like in 3D, where the turn is going to be. Like when you literally get up to the turn, it'll say, all right, turn here. So I just think this car, I mean, in the segment with the 7 Series and the Audi A8, that is also another solid car, I think the interior is by far the best. The styling, penny keeps going up and down. The styling on the exterior, I think, is one of the best. I still think it's better looking than an S-Class, but I think the Audi A8 might be the best looking car in the class. But you know, you buy cars for the interior and the technology, and this is one of the most technologically advanced cars on the market for sure. Yeah, now this is a really good picture of the interior. It's just interesting how they do sort of like the pinstripes, and the way that they do the vents is just very unique, and there's nothing else like it. Okay, so this guy was talking
Parents
about
are immediate.
And just the way that this screen sort of slants up, it's like a waterfall design. It is just so unique, and there's nothing else like it. You know, it has the thing where you can say, "Hey Mercedes, take me to Starbucks," and you know, instantly it'll pop up on the screen and take you to the nearest Starbucks. So I think this right here is the heads-up display, but there's your normal dash right there, and this is all touchscreen. But yeah, it's just different, and I'm very surprised. Oh, I love that color. That's like the F1 color. I'm very surprised that they did a complete overhaul of their interior designs already, when like the interior designs were very nice already. I mean, the AMG GT 4-door, that has like one of the nicest looking laid out sports sedans that money can buy. I think might be a little bit nicer than the BMW or an Audi A6 or A7. You know, they're all very nice in their own way. Just I think this is probably one of the better ones, probably the best in the segment. So I love the ambient lighting. I just think that is a nice touch. So many cars are coming out as that's like the focal point of the interior. But I mean, if you can afford a car like this, which I'm sure anybody who buys one is well over $100,000. I mean, you could also get a Bentley or a Rolls-Royce, probably. I mean, this is not in my market of cars, but I think this car is probably almost just as nice as Bentley interior as far as quality. I mean, but those cars are way, way, way more expensive. Yeah, one of the other things that they really wanted to talk about was like rear wheel steering, meaning it'll make the car seem a lot smaller than it is. And the back wheel sort of kicks out too, you know, to aid when you're doing super tight turns, because I mean, this is a big, you know, luxury, huge car. So yeah, I think this is a nice looking car. I think Mercedes really knows what they're doing, because the S-Class has been one of the most technologically advanced cars out in the market for a long time. So what do you guys think? Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think. Now, I'm going to be doing another car in a couple days, talking about this being released, but this is an American car. I'll just say it's a 7-seat SUV coming out from an American company. So yeah, this is the 2021 Mercedes S-Class. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think about this Mercedes, and stay tuned for more releases coming out this week. Now, the third video I think I'm going to do this week is on the Maserati MC20. That's going to be their new supercar that's coming out, V6 with like 600 horsepower. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to be doing an in-depth video about that. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. See ya.